Hey up everyone, welcome back to the History of Football channel. Today on the channel I'll be doing another forgotten football ground or former football ground. Last time out I did the Estadio das Antas, the former home ground of FC Porto. Today I'll be talking about the Olympiastadion in Munich, which was a football ground which had some big moments in its history, and today I'll be talking about that stadium. The Olympiastadion was built as the main venue for the 1972 Summer Olympics. Construction started in 1968 and the stadium was opened on the 26th of May 1972. Designed by the German architect Günther Benesch and engineer Frei Otto, the lightweight tent construction of the Olympiastadion was considered revolutionary for its time. This included large sweeping canopies of acrylic glass stabilised by steel cables that were used for the first time on a large scale. After the Summer Olympics concluded, the ground became the home stadium of Bayern Munich. Prior to playing at the Olympiastadion, Bayern Munich played their home matches at the Grünwalder Stadion with their rivals TSV 1860 Munich or 1860 München. Bayern Munich's first match at the Olympiastadion was on the 27th of May 1972, which they won 5-1 against Schalke. This match was also the first live televised Bundesliga game. In 1974, West Germany were hosts of the FIFA World Cup, and the Olympiastadion hosted 5 matches throughout that tournament, including the final where West Germany defeated the Netherlands 2-1 in front of 75,200 spectators. Other matches to be featured there were mainly with the Haitian team. When Haiti qualified for the World Cup, they played all of their 3 group matches there, and then there was also a third place match between Poland and Brazil, which Poland won 1-0. The Olympiastadion was also a stadium used for the Euro 1988 competition. It hosted only 2 matches in that competition. One of them was a group match between West Germany and Spain, which West Germany won 2-0. It also hosted the final, where Netherlands defeated the Soviet Union 2-0 in front of 72,770 spectators. It's also remembered for one of the greatest goals that probably you'll ever see, where Marco van Basten scored in the final from an acute angle. The Olympiastadion also hosted 14 West German and German international football matches, with probably the most famous one of all being the last one, which were played there on the 1st of September 2001, where England defeated Germany 5-1 in a 2002 World Cup qualifier. And it's a game that I certainly remember, but I'm pretty sure a lot of Germans out there don't want to remember it. The Olympiastadion also hosted 3 UEFA Champions League / European Cup finals, the first being in 1979 when Nottingham Forest defeated Malmo 1-0. Also, Marseille won their one and only Champions League or European Cup at the venue. They defeated Milan 1-0 in the final. And Borussia Dortmund pulled off one of the biggest upsets in the competition's history. They defeated Juventus 3-1 in the 1997 UEFA Champions League final. Now, alongside Bayern Munich, TSV 1860 Munich also played at the Olympiastadion for a number of years, but there was a few complaints about the stadium over its history. A few people would say that, especially in winter, it was very cold, with half of the audience exposed to the weather due to a lack of cover. And also another further complaint was the distance between the spectators and the pitch. There was attempts to renovate the stadium. However, this proved impossible as the architect Günther Benesch vetoed any major modifications of the stadium. In the early 2000s, it was announced that Bayern Munich and 1860 Munich would move to a new stadium, and this was sped up with Germany winning the bid for the 2006 FIFA World Cup. Bayern Munich's last match at the Olympiastadion was on the 14th of May 2005 against Nuremberg. They won 6-3, and it also served as celebration of Bayern Munich's 19th Bundesliga title. After Bayern Munich and 1860 Munich left for their new stadium, the Allianz Arena, the ground didn't host any football matches until 2012, when the UEFA Women's Champions League final was played there, which saw Lyon win their second consecutive Champions League trophy. In August 2020, it was announced that Türkgücü München, who had been promoted into the third division, would be playing a few of their home matches at the Olympiastadion. On the 10th of October 2020, after more than 8 years of the Olympiastadion not hosting a professional football match, Türkgücü München played against Wien Wiesbaden. Türkgücü München would play selected home matches at the Olympiastadion between 2020 and 2022. So that concludes my video on the Olympiastadion. A very important football ground in some respects. It's hosted some big matches, but even though it's still standing today, it's largely forgotten by a lot of people, especially younger audiences. They wouldn't really know too much about the Olympiastadion. They'd probably just think that Bayern Munich's played at the Allianz Arena for a very long time now, and it's mainly the older audiences that would remember the Olympiastadion. But if you've been to this venue, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know your memories of the stadium. I doubt that the stadium will host many football matches in the future, not unless Bayern Munich do what Barcelona did, where Barcelona had to leave the Nou Camp for a couple of years and go back to one of their former stadiums and play there while the other one's being renovated. But as far as things go, I think that this stadium will be unused for quite some time in regards to football. But like I said before, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you all later in the next one. Alright, tatty bye for now.